I'm gonna. You want me to sit with you?
Yes, I do.
Sit down then. We have another YouTuber. So say hi. Tell them who you are or who you're going to be.
Hi. I changed my YouTube name last night.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Peace, Love, Homestead.
Peace, Love, Homestead.
As of today, I have 42 subscribers.
All right.
Huh?
Well, maybe we'll get you 43, or maybe even 44. Peace, Love, Homestead. So,
Yes.
so tell them where you're from, what your channel's about.
Okay, well,
And you have had a channel, but you've changed directions.
I did. I changed directions 3 years ago. My peer group was looking for waiting lists for senior apartments, and I was not going to get on board with that. So I decided I was going to be a full-time RVer, and I started a YouTube channel called Home Free RV. Well, in the process of getting rid of all of my belongings and realizing that I would no longer have dirt to grow organic vegetables in, I switched gears and am now in the process of shopping for, and I'm going to set up my own homestead by myself. I'll be 65 next month, and I'm doing it. I can build things. I can grow things.
Can you share what state you're from?
I am looking. I'm from Virginia.
Don't give your address.
No. I'm in Southeast Virginia right now, but I'm going to move to more of the South Central area of Virginia, or the central North Carolina toward the north. And the reason for that is, number one, there's a bunch of great homesteaders in the area, wonderful people. But
anybody we might know?
Yeah, a couple people.
You think?
A couple of my very best friends as of today. So the land, which everybody knows, Jason and Adam. I'm going to forget everything right now.
I want to get him over here today.
Yeah, So the land, and I met, Roots and Refuge is in North Carolina, but of course there's Justin, who I heard speak today. It was wonderful, as always. Good permaculture information, which I'm going to need.
So you're talking, just so they know, you're talking who now?
Justin Rhodes.
Justin Rhodes.
Art and Bree, wonderful people. They're in that area too. I haven't seen them here, but I think they're here.
I don't. Somebody said they weren't going to make it this year.
Oh, shoot. Well, they've got a lot going on right now.
Yes, they do.
But Jason and Lorraine, and Penelope's here too. Fit Farmer, he was just doing his thing. Mike and Lacey Dixon.
So you're getting subs.
Am I getting subs?
You're getting subbed.
I love you so much. Peace, love. I'm going to be flying
Be still.
Oh, I hear that's part of homesteading. It doesn't bother me.
I don't know what it is.
It's a bug.
It's a bug.
It goes with the territory.
It took off.
Yeah.
I just didn't want it on your hair.
We wear bugs.
It was not adding to your earrings. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my hippie peace, love. I'm going to wear my peace sign earrings tomorrow.
Peace, love, homestead.
Peace, love, and I'm going to be flying my freak flag over my farm. I'm shopping for land now. I almost found a piece, but the guy jacked the price up at the last minute. So.
Isn't that something?
But I'll be doing it soon. I'm ready. And I'm going to probably be the only 65-year-old single woman homesteader out there. But, there's something in that. I think there's something there. Mm-hmm. Maybe inspire a few other ladies to get off the couch and do something instead of just.
Well, is there a backstory you'd want to share at all? I don't know. You and I have not talked.
Well,
offline really very much, but
I've been single most of my adult life, and I've always been a DIYer.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of things. I can't rebuild foundations, which I would have had to do with the farm I looked at last week. Can't do that. But I can do a little bit of woodwork, and I can do plumbing, and I've done some electrical. I love animals. I do animal rescue. I do rescue Labrador retrievers and cats. And so, I don't know. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, and this is the best way. I've been organic gardening for decades.
And I'll be the first one to admit, homesteading is not easy.
No, I don't do anything easy.
Yeah, homesteading is not easy.
My neighbors see me out digging in the dirt, growing things, doing all kinds of things. I built a drainage system a couple years ago. They couldn't believe it. They were like, "You're doing this?"
Salty Heifer Farm. I'm a 46-year-old single woman homestead.
Do it. I know, that's great. My daughter's 45. Yeah. So, but I'm still strong. I know a lot of things, and you know, I'm not going large scale. I'm not going to do acres and acres, but you know, I can do a couple acres. And
she's looking in the South Carolina, North Carolina?
North Carolina, Central North Carolina, North Central North Carolina, and South Central Virginia. That's where I've been kind of focused now, and the reason for that is mostly because I have a lot of stuff to move. Vehicles and things, a lifetime of things, you know, and
well, now there's
animals.
a buy. 40 acres in California for $26,000.
I could pay cash for that. It would cost me twice that to get moved out there, but I'd like to have a little something left over to buy seeds, you know. So anyway, I think that there's a place there for me. I know I love digging in the dirt. I love animals. I know I have a lot to learn, but I have just met like 600 of my new best friends today, and I know there's a lot of information to be had here.
Well, what's your opinion of the conference so far?
I think it's amazing. I have not attended as many of the speakers as I had hoped, because I have gotten to talking to just so many people here, and everybody is just absolutely lovely. Beautiful people. I mean, what you see on YouTube is just the surface, because you meet these folks in person and they're 100 times nicer and deeper and more wonderful, and they're willing to share all the information with you and do anything for you. They're like your best friend as soon as you meet them. And I don't know, I welled up a little bit today. I got a little teary.
Oh, you did?
I got teary a couple times.
Well, do tell what.
Well, so the land snuck up on me. I mean, I snuck up on them, but I didn't realize I was standing right in front of their canopy, and I turned around and Jason was about 2 feet from me, and I didn't start bawling.
So you were fangirling a little bit.
I was dorky fan watering.
Yeah, fangirling, or
I was
whatever they call that.
fangirling.
Yeah.
I was fangirling, yes. And then I ran into the Stivers. And I'm an official Stive Tribe member. I'm a member. And you know that because you used to see Home Free RV on there. I know you did. And that was, of course, I'm not Home Free RV anymore. So, but I walked up to them, and they already knew I was coming because somebody warned them ahead of time.
They warned them. Okay.
When Kathy rolls up, she's probably going to be crying. So I did a little bit. I didn't boo-hoo cry. I just watered up a little bit and kind of held my mouth a little.
Yeah, and Stivers, they're having we'll just put it in an ad here for them. Couple more weeks. They're having their fall
Harvest Festival.
Harvest Festival.
Yeah.
That's in Frankfort, Kentucky. So Stivers Homestead.
That's going to be
Kentucky.
a big deal. Speakers,
I think it's the first weekend, first Saturday, I think, in November.
Yeah, the second,
right?
I think. November 2nd? Is that what I heard? Anyway,
well, I think it's the first Saturday.
Yeah, and they're going to have a chili cook-off, and people are bringing dishes, and other people are just buying like cases of hot dogs, and it's going to be a big event. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to attend that, but I wish I could. Next year, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you are so welcome.
For letting me sit in with you, Daryl.
Well, you are so welcome. Thank you for being here and sharing some time with these folks. And they'd all love to be here.
Yeah.
They would all love to be here.
Oh, I know.
So this is our way of trying to bring the community together.
I love it. And you know, yesterday, one more thing I'll just say, and then yesterday I was on Facebook and I was sitting at my camp, and I could have been here mulling around, but I got nervous because I'm an introvert. And I was like, you know, I could be over there meeting people, but I'm so introverted that I'm sitting here in my camper by myself with my pets that I have with me. And then right after that, I thought, you know how many people are going to read this? Because I put it on the Stive Tribe Facebook page. You know how many people are going to read this and they're going to say, man, I would have given my eye teeth to be there, and you're there and you're not going. What? So I got out of my introvertedness last night.
Well, I'm glad you stopped over. Yeah, she visited with us at our campsite last night. coming back tonight, I hope.
I am.
All right.
I'm going to leave the dog behind now.
Okay.
But maybe she can get a hamburger.
Yeah, we're having a little deal at our campsite tonight. Oh, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, you don't eat meat.
I do eat meat.
You eat meat.
I do the ketogenic diet.
Oh, the keto. Okay, so
Yes,
so
like
you're
Sherry.
good. So
Yeah,
you're
Sherry
good.
does.
Okay, so you're good.
Hi.
Out here in the sun.
You betcha.
Watch out, because I will.
Okay,
There we are. Okay.
so introduce yourselves.
We are Two Family Homestead.
No, we're not.
Or no, we're not. We're at Two Family Homestead. I wanted to say, she wouldn't let me do it. I wanted to do an intro that said, hey, YouTube family, like VW Family Farm. Then I wanted to say, hey, I'm Zach. This is oh, no, never mind. No. I'm Perry. This is
I'm
Kim. Runaway Homestead. With Two Family Homestead.
Okay, now do you want me to lead or are you just going to go for it?
Oh, either way. Either way.
Go for it.
We are in Elk Creek, Kentucky. We have chickens. We have a couple of rabbits. Got rid of the other rabbits. We are getting ready to totally redo our garden. We're going to tear it out and start over, so you all will be able to follow us on that from start to finish.
That's going to be a lot of work.
Yes, it will. There's a lot to tear out.
Because right now we have railroad ties in there, and we're going to get those out. So,
Do away with the railroad ties, redo some raised beds, make it a little easier to maneuver through our garden. You'll see me in my shop a lot doing wood projects. I do wood turning. I make pins. I make some rings, Christmas ornaments. Build a few interior barn doors for people. I never know what I'm going to get into in my shop. I really don't. But that's one of my favorite places to be. And this is the homesteader really that takes care of the animals in the garden. So what are your plans?
just doing the meat chickens, and we got some new egg layers that I'm excited about because our other egg layers they're slowing down.
They are. And yeah,
Some of it's due to the weather change and the time of year, but
yeah, we have meat chickens to do very, very shortly after we get home.
Yeah.
We have that to do. And like I said, the biggest thing going into winter is going to be prepping for next year. And I do hope y'all can follow us at Runaway Homestead on what we're going to do in the garden, because it's
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
really
be
excited about that.
a big redo. And we're enjoying having time here with Daryl, Sherry.
It's everybody.
Yeah, a lot of other homestead families. We worked the apparel booth all morning.
That was crazy.
It was very crazy. Sold out of all the shirts, and saw the coordinator and said, "Where's the restock?"
They're sold out.
No restock. What we have, we have. And, so about all they have left this afternoon. Not really nothing as far as apparel.
But you can go online and order whatever you want. So
Yeah, if you go online and order through Homestead of America, you can use promo code HOA19 and get free shipping through the end of the month. If that
through the
helps you and
31st.
you want some of this. But yeah, they got some books and coffee mugs. Really not a whole lot.
and those
It's,
Clyde's garden planters are nice.
but just a really hectic morning. It's nice to sit down and
It helped the
actually
morning go by fast.
be off of our feet for a while.
It was great.
But we're getting ready to head out and go see Doug and Stacy. And thank Daryl for letting us come over here and sit down for a little bit and talk with you all. And I do hope you'll come see us at Runaway Homestead. We have that on Facebook, and that's our YouTube channel. So thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. And we hope to meet you on our channel, or maybe in person soon. Thanks.
See ya.
Thank you, Daryl.
Okay, Say hi.
Hi,
Tell them who you are.
Dawn with Thomas Schmidt Homestead Projects.
Thomas Schmidt Homestead Project. And what is today's project?
Visiting people.
Visiting people.
Thomas Schmidt Homestead Project is the name of the gym. And I guess we're on the project list today. So tell us where you're from.
New York.
New York. Upstate, lower state?
South Central New York.
South Central.
You might as well just come in.
Near the Pennsylvania border, south of Rochester.
Okay. Because I thought Rochester was up.
It is, but it's like 65 miles north of us.
Oh, okay. All right.
New York's not very tall, it's wide.
Okay. All right. So, kind of Rochester area, sort of. No.
Just way south. We're on the southern border of New York.
Okay. So, how much property do you have?
We have 6 acres. We raise pigs and chickens. Right now we have 200 laying hens, or starting pullets, which are putting out about 50 plus eggs a day.
Did you hear that? 200?
Yes.
We have 7 pigs right now, 5 of which are going to freezer camp on the 26th.
Okay.
And 2 weeks after that, people get their pork.
Okay.
And it goes to a USDA plant. And the good thing about doing that is we can legally sell our meat to a restaurant. It can be served to the public. If you take it to a normal butcher shop or Joe Farmer that's not USDA inspected, you cannot sell it to a restaurant.
Okay. All right. So, how long have you been doing this?
This is our second year
Second
on
year.
YouTube.
How about your chickens and meat and stuff like that?
Just the second year with
Second year.
second year with all of it.
So
back when I was younger, I had chickens, 18, 19.
Okay.
But we just started the homesteading 2 years ago.
Okay. So you got 6 acres. Obviously, well, maybe I should.
Out of the 6 acres we have, I can only use about a half acre of it.
Okay.
We have a 735 feet of stream running through the property that cuts us off from the rest of the 6 acres.
Oh, that you can't physically
That I can't physically get to easily. I can climb way down a bank, cross the stream, way back up the other side of the bank.
So it's a shallow stream. I mean,
It's a shallow stream. It's only a couple inches deep.
So
90% of the time.
So if you were to grade out egress to it, you could cross it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a 14-foot long, 4-foot round pipe I'm gonna put in there soon. Cover it over so I can drive across there.
Okay.
Problem being is that when it rains, I do not think that pipe will handle the water flow.
Oh, so it goes from
0 to 100
dribble,
miles an hour fast.
Yeah, it goes from dribble to full force.
Yes.
Okay. So is it real hilly where you're at?
It's 90. Yeah, we have 0 flatland. We have about 3/4 of an acre of pasture on the far side of the creek that we can't get to.
Okay.
Then as soon as we get that pipe in, I'll be able to get to it. Then I'm going to move the pig pens and the chicken pens over to that side and start developing more land up.
So the property you have is did you buy barren property or
when I bought the property 14 years ago, I found it on eBay.
Okay.
And it was
and you were high bidder.
And I was high bidder.
All right. Did you get excited watching it close? Did you get excited watching the auction close?
No.
Being high bidder?
No. As a matter of fact, I wasn't there I was a truck driver back then, owner-operator truck driver, and I had to call my mother to have her put in a high bid for me because I was waiting for the last minute. I said, put the bid in. and she did. Because I was driving and I just couldn't get to the computer to do it.
Okay.
But
so was it barren or was there a house? Was there barns?
There was an old mobile home on the property and a whole bunch of junk. It looked like a junkyard.
Okay.
And the town told me that if I moved that mobile home, I would have to put a new well and new septic in. But I could do anything to that mobile home I wanted to, as long as I didn't move the frame.
Okay.
And they didn't. They, at that time, they were just so happy that I bought the property and was cleaning it up. They said, "Do what you want." So I took that mobile home down to the frame and built a new one on the frame in place.
Okay.
So I have basically a 14-year-old house now, but it's brand new because we've only been living in it 3 years.
Okay. So, but this stream or creek or whatever that's dividing your property, on the other side of that, is there tillable land?
Yeah, there's
trees.
it's about a 3/4 acre tillable pasture, and the rest of it is heavily wooded, and it's mountain. It's probably a 75% grade
Okay.
going up to the top of the property.
And you said that you had chickens and stuff when you were much younger.
Yes.
So you grew up a little bit farming.
Yeah, I grew up
little
just
bit.
outside of Albany, New York, in the suburbs/country.
And how about you?
I'm originally from Springfield, Mass.
Springfield, Massachusetts. They don't have farms there, do they?
Not where I was, no. I was city.
So you're a city girl.
Yeah, I used to mess with her when we were driving someplace. I'd point out cows and tell them that they were horses. I said, "Look at the horses over there." They were,
I didn't believe them.
I could never get her to fall for it, but
What'd you tell her the pigs were?
well, driving around down there, you didn't really see what pigs were. You didn't see them. You see horses or cows. Is New York State. Most people don't know it. New York State is the second largest dairy producing state in the country.
Francine, they are located in New York, about 65 miles
South of Rochester.
South of Rochester.
You've never heard of Rochester. You've never heard of it. Just because you used to live there don't mean you heard about it.
And for those of you wondering, Rochester was home to Kodak.
Yes, it was. The original, well, yes. Kodak had a very large factory up
Yes.
there.
Yeah, so
And this year, the last 2 years, I've had a lot of health issues. And basically 90 days ago, I had major neck surgery. They took out 2 discs and put spacers in it and fused 3 vertebrae together. And that solved a lot of problems for me. And then I was just recently hurt by a physical therapy company that I cannot talk about yet.
all right, now I know that the picture quality is not the best, just to the lighting, the sun, and all that. But here I got them both into the picture here anyway. Fun fact. He also has played with
Monster trucks.
monster trucks.
I was a crew chief for a couple monster trucks.
So his background is varied.
The truck driver, heavy towing was the last 14 years before I couldn't work no more. I was an owner-operator truck driver with 6 trucks for 17 years.
Now Todd is a crane operator.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
He runs the big tower cranes. His crane license goes way beyond what mine used to be, because I used to be able to run a 300-foot
Okay.
cable crane,
Okay.
and that was many years ago, and I gave that up. I do not longer do that. I would never run a tower crane because I can't climb that high, and I don't like waving in the wind all the time like he does.
I don't know how y'all do that. But anyway, so
But now we're just gonna, hopefully next year, after all this surgery stuff gets better, I'll start doing a lot better videos and stuff. But I'm not on YouTube to get monetized, never. I don't care if I ever do. I just want to meet people who are like-minded and want to become friends.
so there you go. And the name of the channel again is
Thomas Schmidt Homestead Projects.
Thomas Schmidt Homestead Projects.
I'll start doing some more of the projects part of it pretty soon. I did one not too long ago about burying underground pipe from my well house up to my shed. I haven't pulled the wire yet, but I showed how I got the rope through the pipe so that you could pull the wire through
Okay.
using a vacuum cleaner.
Well, once we get the pigs, we'll probably do it well.
Yeah, well, my very next project when we get home is I have to raise my well house housing 3.5 feet in concrete. I got to pour 4 walls because I filled in my yard, and now my well's not high enough, and I got to close it in because the last 2 years it hasn't been closed in and it's froze twice.
Okay, so check out his channel. There's you're kind of still developing your channel.
I have about 600 subscribers, but I because of the health reasons, I haven't done a lot of videos. I've got a lot stored
To do.
and thanks to you, because I lost Filmora 8, and you showed me how to get that back last night. I'll go home and find that, and then I'll be able to do the videos again.
So I gave him work for the next month.
Well, actually, Filmora 8 I can use rather quickly thanks to you teaching me how to do it online. But last night in person, when you showed me how to find Filmora 8 again, I'll be able to do it, because Filmora 9 I can't read. And I use a 46-inch monitor, and I still can't read it.
I have a suggestion. Remind me later, and I'll see if we can't fix you up on that too.
Make those icons with all the lettering bigger.
Yep.
Because that just
Yep, we can do that.
that would be
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, I my picture in a 20 by 20 pen.
Angie's saying you got 612 subs now.
Why, thank you.
So okay.
Getting started is on.
And I would tell you where we're going after this. We're going to visit another YouTube channel,
It's a
but he
surprise.
does not know we're coming. His wife does. So, and he is a subscriber to this two-family homestead, so I can't say who we're going to visit.
So somebody's getting a surprise.
A big surprise. Well, you
Gonna
can
be-
say the other one.
No, because I'll wait until that all happens, and then we'll see what happens.
Alrighty. I see another fellow sitting over here. Maybe we can get over here and say hello.
Sure. Next.
You can stay, Daryl. We like it better with you here anyway. I was talking
Well,
to you.
I'm out of the camera.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You can still lead the conversation.
So,
Okay, I see me. Is Little Sprout showing up somewhere?
well, sort
Am
of.
I in the way?
No, I just have to move the camera
Oh,
down. a
there we
little
go. There you are down here, bub. You see yourself? The sun's making us a little washed out, but that's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, the sun is really rough here for us to see what's going on. Okay, share with them who you are.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm called Papa Sprout from Loma Acres Homestead, and this is also from Loma Acres Homestead. And we're having a heck of a good time over here at the Homesteaders of America Conference.
Okay, Loma Acres Homestead is located where?
Troy, Ohio, which is approximately 20 to 25 miles north of Dayton, Ohio.
And what do you do on your homestead?
Not much this year. We keep bees. That's the one thing that we have really made it well on this year. We did put in a good, decent sized garden, but with the weather we had in our area in Ohio, it didn't do well at all. And then off the homestead, I'm a carpenter, run my own small construction business. Mostly we've been building decks. And then as a father, I homeschool my kids and just be the best father I can. Sit up straight. And what else can we offer you, Mr. Darrell?
Well, so bees is your primary thing at this point in time. What about future plans?
Future plans. We got all kinds of future plans. If you name it, we want to do it. That said, we do want to get more acreage and be more what is traditionally considered homesteading, growing as much of our own food as possible. But that doesn't just include, what.
Are you leaning more into livestock or agriculture as far as growing, gardening?
Actually, we want to do, I don't want to say a 50-50 split, but we want to do as much of both as possible.
Okay.
And of course, that does depend on what kind of land we find. If we find, 1,000 acres for $5 and we yeah, that's ever going to happen.
If you do, you can sell me a little bit for a couple.
I might do that. I mean, I'd be more than willing. But yeah, it just depends on where we wind up. But we want to do kind of both, really. That said, what we do with our bees now is we do harvest a little bit of honey and a little bit of wax, and we have used that to. Well, everybody has heard of Joel Salatin. If you get a chance, go look up one of his speeches, Stacking Fiefdoms. One of our fiefdoms, as it is called Loma Acres Homestead. Loma Soaps and Sundries, and we use our honey and wax that we've gotten from our bees so far to turn into or put into soap recipes. So we're here at the HOA this year as vendors selling goat's milk and honey soap and other items related.
Okay, so you have some goats?
No, we don't have those yet. We have the honey from the bees, and we have to purchase our goats our milk at this point.
Okay, and what kind of plants do you have? I mean, do you have? What has your research led you to goat-wise? Different breeds?
I can't answer that as well. That's more of my wife's decisions. When we get enough land that we can have livestock, we want to have enough to do cattle as well.
Okay.
And so that's more what I'm familiar with, and we have no question that we want to have 1 or 2 Jersey cows for our personal use dairy, not related to soap or anything. But the cattle we want to raise for meat and possible making money off of is the Scottish Highland breed.
Okay. Now you know Ben and Andrea.
Yes.
Okay. You know, he went into cattle in a big way this year.
I think I remember seeing some videos of a lot of water pipe going in because of that.
Yes. He got. It runs in my mind. I don't know, 80 to 100 head.
Something like that.
Yeah, just a huge amount. So, but he'd certainly be one to maybe chat with.
Yeah, I chatted with him a little bit a couple months ago when we were all at Lehman's, but it wasn't a real long time. Mm-hmm. I did. Not that he's ever going to see this, but a shout out to my Uncle Mike. He's really taught me a lot about cattle as well. Okay. But he raises and deals with Black Angus. Okay. And I promise everybody who watches our channel too and has heard me say we're going to get videos up about where I came from and things like that, you're going to see some of those cattle.
Okay.
We've got some footage and we keep saying we're going to get it together. I promise sometime we will.
Okay. So, gardening wise, what type of gardening is your preference? Square foot gardening, back to Eden, raised bed?
What we do right now is we kind of do a hybrid, or not a hybrid, but play off of a square foot garden. Like I do a 4 foot by 4 foot section of whatever. But I also do companion planting related to that. Okay. What we tried to do this year was, everybody's heard, I'm sure, of the 3 sisters where you plant corn and beans and one form or another of squash all together. And then we, companions are carrots and tomatoes. And in a 4 foot by 4 foot section, I plant together what I can plant together. Unfortunately, this year, during what is traditionally planting season, we had about 30 days in a row of rain, almost all day, every day. We did get some stuff in the ground.
It was a horrendous year for gardening in Ohio.
Yes. We did get some stuff in the ground, like our corn, and there's pictures on our Facebook page where me at 6'3", I stood there with my hands up in the air and showed that our corn stalks were several inches over my hands. So they were every bit of 8 feet tall. Didn't get any corn cobs off of it.
Is that right?
And because what happened, and this was good weather for corn, but I just think I didn't have enough for the pollination to happen.
Could be.
But what else happened is after we had all of that rain, it went into a drought, and then my business picked up to where I was working from before daylight to after dark, And I promise you, after working 12, 14, even 16-hour days, I'm not coming home to water a garden.
Yeah.
So I'm real thankful this year that I don't live back in the 17 and 1800s where I had to do this in order to live and still was as busy. So things are, hopefully next year's weather will be a lot better.
Well, you, I know that we've seen you at Lehman's a couple times this year, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Have you been to any other events,
Not,
meetups or anything?
nope. I mean, of course, throughout my life I have, but nothing in the
Nothing
past
this year.
few years.
Okay.
And nothing that's really would be homestead related. We just really decided we were interested in homesteading just a couple of years ago. And we've been researching as best as we can, how do we get into this? And it came down to, there were some people out there who would say we're still not homesteaders because all we do is garden. But I would say to those same people, I do more homesteading than you do.
Sure,
But,
absolutely.
you know, here I am in my 40s just now deciding what I want to do when I grow up and be a homesteader or a farmer or a rancher, however you want to look at it and define it. And we're moving in that direction. It's just a matter of taking the time to get there. You know?
I would find it as a
So, your impressions of this conference?
I'm really enjoying this conference. I have actually not been able to attend many of the any of the classes.
The speakers?
Right.
Yeah.
Again, I am here as a vendor. My wife and I, we were going to come to this regardless. We thought, what the heck, this would be a good way and the right niche to sell my wife's soaps. And we just had no idea so many people were going to be interested in it. It is, I don't know, about 3 o'clock right now. And we started we've been here since 7 o'clock, and this is the first chance that I've had to get away.
Almost 4.
Okay, so it's almost 4. This is the first chance I've had to get away from our booth longer than just to run to the bathroom. And even that was kind of hard to do.
So your booth, you've done very well vending this year.
Yeah, we are
Great.
amazed and very surprised at
Great.
how well we've done. So, can I switch subjects on you? while I'm
Absolutely.
on here? I got your wife's permission to do this. We're going to make an announcement right here on Two Family Homesteads Live about the Ohio homesteader community. What? I don't know what you're pointing at. I can't see it, Bobby, because
there's
the way
a
the.
one.
Oh yeah, there is a 1 on there.
Well, this is day 1. So tomorrow that'll say day 2.
Because this is a 2-day event. So we're going to make an announcement on behalf of Two Family Homestead, Loma Acres Homestead, J-Love Adventures Homestead, and Sakima Ridge Homestead. We're throwing, we don't know what we're naming it yet, but for now we're going to call it the first annual Ohio Homesteaders Get Together. June the 6th of 2020. We're trying to get the fine details worked out at the moment, but keep that date in mind, everybody. If you don't mind, we'd love to see everybody. It's just going to be more like a picnic and get together and chit chat kind of thing than not quite like this conference where they have classes and teachers but we just want everybody to know as much time, and of course everybody's going to be welcome. And look at our websites and our YouTube pages for details as the time comes. And I'll probably be back on here talking about this again tomorrow, or maybe Jess from J-Love will be. Maybe Daryl will say something. Oh, I got one more thing, I guess. We keep changing subjects and have more and more stuff. I'm going to be live with you, not Monday coming up, but the Monday after.
Okay.
So we'll talk to you a little more about that in a little bit, Daryl. Something once the live goes down. But
Okay.
everybody, it's been great chatting with you, and I don't know if
Loma Acres.
Loma, not Luna.
Loma.
Luna's
Yeah, well,
got a lot more followers than me.
just for now.
For now, I'll get there, hopefully. If I can get myself,
Loma Acres.
yeah, Loma, Lomah, land of milk and honey. And I don't know if anybody's making any comments that they want to hear anything from me or anything. Probably saying, who's that ugly dude on your screen? Get him out of there.
Last couple that we had, Great Pier Cross.
Nothing major. Probably wasn't anybody watching. I got on here and they all said, "Oh, too ugly."
Oh no. We've been so burnt. We're just all trying to make it. So, all right.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll
Thank
see
you.
ya.
Structure.